Today started out like any other high school day, but today was a little bit different. So it was the first day of my sophomore year of high school, and you know that feeling when you wake up and you're underneath the covers and the alarm goes off and you're like so warm and it feels so good. Like you don't want to get up. You want to just hit the snooze and just go back to sleep. So I know I have to get up for school. I'm beyond nervous because I'm starting a new class. So I get out of the covers and that fresh breeze of cold air hits you and you're like, oh my God, it's the worst feeling ever in my opinion. So I get up and I know I have to go take a shower, so I have to go down the hall. So as I'm going down the hall, I forget that I leave my door open just a little bit to stub my toe. So I'm walking, I stub my toe, and I want to flip out. I want to wake up everybody in the house. But I know I can't because I'll never hear the end of it from my mom and my brother. So I stomach it, and I walk down the hall, and I go into the restroom, and I check that my eyes are bloodshot, and back then I had really long hair. So my hair was doing every which direction. I didn't know if a shower was really going to do anything. So I knew I had to take a shower to try to fix it. So I hop in the shower without thinking, but I didn't let the water warm up. So I hop in and I just get instantly freezing. So I hop back out, I'm dripping all over the floor. I put a towel on, I'm waiting for the water to steam. So water starts steaming, and so I hop in and I'm instantly in heaven. It's warm, and we have this little bench inside of our bed. Inside of our shower. So I'm sitting there and the water goes over you and like I start dozing off and I wake up to my mom hitting the door saying, you gotta get out of the shower, you gotta get out of the shower, you gotta get ready, I gotta get ready, your brother needs to get ready, get out. So I hop out and I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm dripping, like my hair's all over the place and I have to dry off and I start going, right? So I get out, I run past my mom, I go down the hall and I go into my room. My room's all over a mess. I can't get anything, I can't find my shoes, I can't find anything. My shirt's all wrinkled. I'm stressed out. I'm trying to find a shirt that's black because I know I'm gonna start sweating and that's even more embarrassing. So I get my backpack, I get my schedule, and I get my Apple, and I get my coffee. And I grab a shirt and I go straight to the dryer. So I'm sitting there in front of the dryer, waiting for it to dry. And I'm arguing with my mom in the background, trying to get ready, trying to get everybody ready, and I'm beyond nervous. So I look at my schedule and it says natural speaking Spanish. I don't know Spanish. So I'm nervous. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I've got my shirt ready. Everything's somewhat dry. It's a little bit wrinkled. You know, I'm looking at the stain. I'm like, okay, no one's going to see that. Okay. So we finally leave. We get in the car and we hit traffic. And I'm already on time to school. So if anything holds me back, I'm going to be late. And that's even more nerve-wracking. So we finally get to the front of the line of the cars, and she's arguing with me to either get to class or go to the office and talk to somebody, and I'm so stressed out, I just slam the door and I go. So I finally find my class, and I sit down against the wall, and I hear these kids walking up and they're speaking Spanish, like 100%. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? What if she calls on me? What am I gonna say? I don't know anything. So she finally calls in everybody. We start sitting, and I find a room or a desk all the way in the back of the class, so I don't have to, even talk to her. Hopefully, she doesn't call on me. So I'm the lucky one, and she picks the first group that I'm in. She starts calling the rows of desks on the way down, and I'm in the end. So the first person she calls, she says a sentence to them, and they stand up and they say what they have to say in Spanish. Again, I don't know Spanish. So she goes down the desk, she finally gets to me, I stand up, and I look around my class, and she says the sentence. And I'm like, no, no. So she gives me a pause and smiles at me. And I'm like, she says it one more time. Again, I look around and say, no. I hear snickers around the class, kids are laughing at me, I start turning red. For the third and final time, she finally says it in English. Do you know Spanish? For the third time, I say, no. Everybody starts laughing. I am so red. I'm freaking out. I take a seat. So at the end of the class, I go up to her. I'm like, what do I do? Because obviously I'm not in the right class. And she's like, well, you got to stay here for the next couple days so we can fix your schedule. And surprisingly, I was absent for the next couple days. So
Thank you. That's my speech.